Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Zoneone Brew Reviews. My name is John Sharon, and tonight we're going to be looking at Tecate Light. I found this the other day in a package store not too far from where I work. I think I give it like $1.25 a can for it. So, you know, what the heck, let's pick it up and try it. I actually got this and the regular Tecate. Neither one of these I've had, so this is the first time I've had this beer. So I really want to get into it a little bit, and I'll tell you what others think about this beer. But right now, let's pop this old can. I've got it really cold. I actually took it out. It's been in the refrigerator for a day. I took it out about 30 minutes ago, stuck it in the freezer so I could really get it cold. So let's see what we got out of this. Pour it right down the middle. Very, very clear looking, palish yellow kind of color. A little bit of carbonation, not really what I expected out of it. Pretty good two-fingered head. Like I said, this is a 24-ounce can of this. I give like $1.25 for it, I think is what it was. I mean, I asked the guy when I bought this if he sells a lot. He said they don't sell a whole lot of these, but it's an average selling beer. So it's the only place I've seen it locally around here. So let's give it a smell. Definitely smell the grains. Definitely get that corny taste. Maybe a little bit of malt in it. But just typical adjunct light beer. Definitely get that in the taste as well. Very light sweetness. Really watered down. Really watered down. I think this comes in like 3.7%. Tecate Light come out in 1992, so it's a beer that's kind of, I mean, stood the test of time for a long time. But let me pour a little bit more of this, and let's give it another taste, see what we think about this. Kind of got a unique taste to it, really watery. Really light beer. Beer Advocate gives it BAs, gives it 62. The Brew's got a big 0 rating on it. Rate beer overall is a 0, and the style's a 3. I don't understand that. You know, I don't rate beers like that. If I was to rate this beer for what it is, I mean, the overall appearance of I mean, that's a good looking can. I mean, it's a real watery down light beer. Let's rate this beer for what it is. I mean, I have to give it a solid B plus for the style. I put this in the category of maybe like a Coors Light type beer. I'm not gonna. I mean, I think it doesn't have the boldness, the bodiness, and just the overall body that maybe a Busch Light has, or the Miller High Life has. But yeah, this is a pretty watery beer, kind of like Coors Light. Not a whole lot of flavor to this beer. This would be a good sessionable beer if you was on a beach somewhere, say in Mexico or Gulf Coast, something like that. I mean, you could really tag a lot of these beers in the heat due to the watery taste of it. It's at 3.7% ABV. You're not going to get a whole lot. You're going to get a lot more water. I would prefer the Miller High Life Light, or maybe a Busch Light. I'd really prefer a Miller Light. It doesn't have that body in it, that just big bold taste like those light beers have. But overall, I mean, it's a pleasing beer. I mean, it's a doable beer. Like I said, I like to rate beers on what they are, not what other people rate them. But yeah, I mean, for a Mexican style light beer, and I've had a lot of Mexican style beers here lately. I definitely give this a solid B plus. It's an enjoyable beer. It'd be one of those beers, just, you know, if I was going to somebody's house at $1.25 for a 24-ounce can to have a barbecue or a cookout or just to hang out for a while with some friends, I'd probably go pick up 10 or 12 of them, big cans, just to see everybody's expression when I take this out of the cooler. They go, "My God, John, what are you drinking?" Tecate Light. Can I have one? Sure. I mean, I think it, you know, for your light beer drinkers, I mean, I don't think you're going to go wrong. Your Coors Light drinkers would absolutely go bah-humbug over this beer. But I think your people that drink your more Busch Light, your Miller High Life Light, maybe your Miller Lights, would enjoy it, but they're going to go, "Ooh, it's that watered down taste," which a lot of light beers have. I'm not going to fib to you. But I think it's more watered down than most light beers. But overall, I mean, it's an enjoyable beer. I mean, it's not highly found around where I live here. Like I said, I mean, it's not like I'm out looking for this beer. But, I mean, we're going to do a Tecate review examination Wednesday night on Louisiana Beer Reviews. And so I went to go pick them up, and I seen this one. I thought, well, I got to try this and throw it out there. So, but, I mean, overall, I'm a light beer fan. I'm not this much of a watered-down light beer fan. But it's an enjoyable beer. Like I said, I give it a solid B+. I mean, you got to give that can a solid A just for the uniqueness of that can. That's a cool looking can. Overall appearance, I mean, just overall taste, rate it for what it is. It's a light beer from Mexico. I mean, that's about all you can say. I mean, there's not 10 good things you can say about it, but there's not 10 bad things you can say about it. But overall, it's an enjoyable beer. So that's about all I got to say. If you can find it, try it. If you're a light beer fan, try it. And that's about all I got for this evening. So thanks for watching. Let's see some comments on what everybody else thinks about Tecate Light.